Leanne Kruger delivered the first child care credit in Pennsylvania history. She fought to decrease property taxes for our seniors and for new tax breaks for seniors. Leanne has delivered historic funding for Delco schools, for mental health programs, and school safety. Leanne Kruger is a strong voice for women against the extremists who want to take away our freedoms. Leanne Kruger, she listens, she works hard, she represents our Delco values.
Paid for by Leanne 4PA.
CMPRadio.net, the voice of Chester.
It's just different.
Shit. Scuds and Maserati. I'm giving them hope, you giving them hell, you filling with pride, then you send them to jail. I'll give them a dream, I said, and you'll never fail. Just don't ever lie, and don't ever tell. I'm giving them hope, you giving them hell, you filling with pride, then you send them to jail. I'll give them a dream, I said, and you'll never fail. Just don't ever lie, and don't ever tell. Put it in your pocket, for they come in pockets, you nigga. That's when they sit you on your pocket with a Glock to you, nigga. He ran out of time, ain't make it to the hospital, nigga. His body cold, the stick inside him. He a popsicle, nigga. It always be the ones like guns, you know I got you, my nigga. That fuck around and rock you, and I ain't talking fossils, my nigga. They fuck around and pop you, and I ain't talking sock you, my nigga. I'm talking blood up on the floor, they gotta mop you, my nigga. I'm from a city where it's 2 schools, one you gotta go. Imagine if you had a funeral, and don't nobody show it, gotta hurt. Even when you die, your baby mama heard you dead, she ain't even cry. Now who gon' raise your son? They ain't gon' teach him how to read, but how to raise a gun. They got him standing on the corner in the blazing sun. You know, when it's summertime, the Lord is taking some. It might just be your family that he taking from. I'm giving them hope, you giving them hell. You filling with pride, then you send them to jail. I'll give them a dream, I said, and you'll never fail. Just don't ever lie, and don't ever tell. I'm giving them hope, you giving them hell. You filling with pride, then you send them to jail. I'll give them a dream.
Good evening, everyone, my beautiful community, my beautiful followers, my beautiful fans. Thank you for tuning in to another WWJD special interview segment. Today I have with me, as promised, Uncle P, the one and only Mr. CMP himself. Uncle P, what's up, baby?
What's going on, Josh? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, man. We blessed.
Are we?
Absolutely.
We are definitely blessed.
So, you know, bro, just getting right into it. You know your bro is a little...
Yeah, I know you are. We all a little off right now, you know.
Yeah. We got a tough job, man. It's a tough job.
Is it really tough?
Yeah, it really is. I say that because we changing a narrative, something that they're not used to. It's like I think about the movie Lean on Me.
Okay.
How Mr. Clark had to come in and he had to change everything around, and they was used to just doing them, but they handle with care, so it's working.
Right. Changing a narrative is absolutely, it's supposed to be hard, right? Because you're changing people's perception, you're changing the atmosphere. That's not the first time I've ever been, or the second time, or the third time, involved in changing a narrative. When the radio station started, that was the whole premise behind the radio station. Changing the narrative, creating a positive place to talk. Communication is key. So, you know, changing a narrative is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be daunting. It's supposed to shake you. to your core because it's not something that you're even used to doing. You know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I don't. It could be hard for other people, but for me, it's par for the course because it's not my first time ever trying to change the narrative.
So, Uncle P, you know we do a word of the week every week.
Okay.
This week word is embodiment.
Embodiment.
Yes. A tangible or visible form of an idea, quality, or feeling. Major, right?
Read that again.
Embodiment. A tangible or visible form of an idea, quality, or feeling. When you hear that word embodiment in the definition, what comes to mind?
CMP Radio. Right? The station is 5 years old. And it's not just my voice. It's everybody's voice that comes through the radio station. But the beginning stages of the radio station, we embodied changing the narrative. We made that a part of everything that we did. From the morning meeting, shout out to Nafati, right? From the morning meeting, every, I'm a cuss, every fucking morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
From 10 to 12, we were in here, right? Not in this building, but we were in the station talking about the things we needed to change in the community, holding people accountable, being as transparent as we possibly could. And listen, I'll be the last person to ever say I'm not full of faults, because I am. I made some pretty bad decisions in my life prior to starting a radio station. So everyone doesn't see me as the person that I am today, and they're not willing to listen to me right now. So, I had to fully embody that man, right? That man that had goals, needs, wants, right? And learn what they were, right? And it was absolutely hard, bro. Like, shit.
Absolutely.
But embodiment to me is what has happened to the city since the radio station has opened up, right? How it has changed so many people's views on the city of Chester, on what the city of Chester can do, on what people can do. So yeah, embodiment, that's a hard word, right? Because
Absolutely.
I feel like when I was running the street, I wasn't that body. I wasn't that person running the street. Like I had moved outside of that. You ever see what's that movie? Damn. He a Marvel dude. The Mystic Arts motherfucker. Master I don't know, whatever his name. But when he's able to transform outside of his body and look at his body and talk, right, whatever his name is, right? When he's able to do that, that's how I felt when the station started, right? I was outside of my body. You feel me? Even when I was running the street, I was outside of that body. That body was doing this, and it was like, damn, like, how can I change?
So, Uncle P, take us back a little bit. Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who is John Pierre as a kid?
As a kid, up until 12 years old, I was a very happy kid. I was joyful. I had a lot of friends. We went, we did things like most children do. I was not really allowed outside. My dad was strict. I read books. I was in the house all day. And then my father died when I was 12, and that shook me to the core, right? I then ran outside, and I thought that everybody that said they was my friend was my friend. So I became a follower, not necessarily a leader. And I remember being in high school, Mr. McDowell, shout out to Mr. McDowell, right? Remember being in high school, and he told me, you're going to suffer due to your lack of understanding who you are.
Wow.
Because I didn't know who I was, right? And it was funny because fast forward, let's say 4 years after I graduated high school, I was locked up out the county. Who was coming out the county teaching people GED? Mr. McDowell. And we sat and we talked. He was like, you understand what you went through? Like, do you understand what I was saying to you then? Do you get it now? Does it make sense to you now? And it still didn't. right? Because
Yeah.
because it was another
Yeah.
7 years of me running the street until I really saw who I could be and what I could give. Listen, I'm not that person that's ever going to put you down. I'm going to lift you up.
Absolutely.
I'm not that person that's never going to share my pizza with you, my hoagie with you, my cheesesteak with you, my money with you. Because I believe in giving. I've always been a giver. From my mom and my dad thought I was going to be a priest, bro. Like literally. Like, oh, he's going to be the first priest, and it didn't work out that way.
In a way, you still became a preacher.
Probably.
Preacher of media.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, man. When I say Mr. CMP, that's genuine, bro.
I appreciate that.
You started something in the city, man, that gave us a voice. You know what I mean? I think of like the pioneers of like the voices, you know, thinking about Yes God,
Right.
and thinking about you.
All right.
Like they were major voices, bro.
Absolutely. When we needed it.
When we needed
When
it
we needed
most.
it. Right.
When people needed to hear a WWJD.
Yep.
When people needed to hear a Sisters on Air. When people needed to hear a Kicking It With C's. When people needed to see the community having their time to shine.
Right.
And just being able to connect us. The radio station, you know, I always say that, you know, I'm the city connector, but that's all tribute to CMP.
Right.
I was able to connect those dots because of CMP. And you gave me a platform, and I know that, you know, you already know about the flowers, bro, but big ups to you, bro.
Appreciate that.
And I appreciate you, you know, this opportunity. WWJD wouldn't be here if you never asked me if I wanted the show, bro.
So I think another gift that I was given is the gift of vision. You feel me? Like everybody is not going to understand your vision. Everybody's not going to want to rock with your vision until your vision is fruitful. You know what I mean? Like so to find people is what I've been doing since I started the radio station, because I knew it couldn't just be me. You know what I mean? Coming up with the radio station, you know, for the city of Chester, that was a big deal, bro. It still
Without
is.
a doubt, still is.
It still is, right? Because I'm
Always will be.
because I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
And literally, I don't care who acknowledges me, because we had that situation earlier today. I don't care who acknowledges me. I don't care who says you're doing a good job. I'm not worried about that, right? What I'm worried about is making sure the children see this and understand that they can dream 50 times bigger than me. They can want 50 times more than I want, right? And know that it's possible to get it if you stick to it. There was so many things that could have stopped me from having this radio station, bro. I have 4 baby moms, bro.
Yeah.
And I can literally sit here and say that all of them in some way, shape, and form have helped me to continue pushing. You feel me? No hindrance, no stopping me, just backing up. You understand what I'm saying? And allowing me to do my thing. Now, do people feel some type of way about things that have happened before? Absolutely, they should.
Now, I know personally that you had a job before you started the radio station. What was that like, and what was the day? Tell me about the day that you walked away.
Oh man, I was I was working as a material handler, processing. You know, all right, so when you turn your turn signal on your car and it flash in your mirror, I was operating the paper that's underneath of there. So it's like paper thin, you feel me? So we had to put, you know, chemical on it. So I was a chemical operator. And I was at work, machine was down, I was writing in my book. And at that time I was going through a lot of things personally, right? And I was just writing in my book, and I was like cultivating mature positivity, right? And just writing what all of that meant. And my boss walked up on me. He was like, bro, you got work to do. I was like, machine's down. My area's clean. What more am I supposed to do? But we're paying you to be here. And I said, I'm selling you my time. We going back and forth. He got mad. He said, pick a broom up and sweep. I said, I'm not about to walk around and sweep up nothing. So he walked away. He came back again. He said, didn't I tell you put that book up? We don't pay you to write. I thought about it. I said, I'm selling you my time. The machine is down, which is your responsibility to fix it. and I can't write in my book, I picked up my badge, I walked in the office, and I quit. Now, what that did to me, that was a great job, bro. I was making $27 an hour. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was employed. You feel me? I had benefits.
Yeah.
I was going through a divorce at the time, too. So it was like, fuck. You feel me? Like, trying to get an apartment, trying to move out, trying to do my own thing. And it was like, I think I fucked up. I cried, bro. From the time I put my key in my ignition of my truck.
Wow.
I cried the whole ride home. I'm talking about not little baby tears, like heavy tears, bro. Why did I do that? Like, what am I going to do now? And I called my sister, and she was like, what's wrong with you? And I can't. She's like, what's wrong? What happened? Are the kids okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I quit my job. She said, boy, why you quit your job? I said, because he told me they don't pay me to write, and I'm writing out my dreams, bro. I'm trying to get them joints out. And I remember I had went to therapy 2 weeks prior, and my therapist asked me, what did I want to be when I grew up? I looked at him, I was like, what the fuck you mean what I want to be? Like, I just want to be. You feel me? He was like, well, you can't just be. What do you want to be? And I ain't know. So I called my aunt. And my aunt said, you know, I think you always wanted to be a broadcast journalist, right? You always were holding a mic up to somebody, whether it was a remote and interviewing my grandmother after she cooked Sunday dinner. Grandma, how was that chicken in the, you understand what I'm saying? Like things like that. We watched sports together. My grandmother loved baseball. Shout out to the Phillies. You feel me? My grandmother loved baseball. She loved football. We would sit and watch the football on Sundays, but I forgot about all those things when I started making money. And that's what my therapist was telling me. He was like, once you started making money, you stopped growing because you figured out how to make money. So if that was all that really mattered, that was all that was ever going to matter, making money. And I was just listening to him, and I said, damn, he right. I'm still 16. The way that I handled females, I was still 16. The way that I handled business, I was still 16. The things that I was trying to learn and do, I was still 16. I did not grow past that age. So when he asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, it made sense. I was like, damn. So I told him broadcast journalist. He said, go do it. I said, I can't do that, man. You know how much money it costs? And literally, before then, I was trying to go to school, right? What's the school? Connecticut School of Broadcasting. You feel me? I was always looking at
one of them online courses.
It's Cherry Hill. It's over Cherry Hill, like literally. And I was trying to go over there and do all that and figure out all that stuff. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. But it just never added up for me. It never worked for me. It never gave me that. I need money. That's how it was.
Without a doubt.
Was I still hustling? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But I always had a job. You know what I mean? And at that point, it was like, yeah, I can't do it. Another thing that made me grow up was having to stop hustling, having to stop moving the way I was moving.
Woo. That'll grow you up quick.
Before the station opened, bro, like literally.
Yeah.
It was. I want to say I was up Philly doing radio, and I was like, all right, I got to stop all this. If I really want to move forward with this, I have to make sure no one or nothing can take me away from this. The last time I was that deep, I was down Jeffrey Street, and I was, doing what I was doing. And I think they were looking for a radio host or someone to be on radio. And I used to get high, bro, and make up all types of songs, you feel me? Like, the Bossy joint, you feel me? Like, it was crazy. And my man hit me up the other day. He was like, yo, man, we used to be funny, bro. We used to do that shit together. You was making up songs, and I come with the beat. But it was a lot into that, right? It was a lot of dedication into that situation. And I didn't feel like it was going to pay off. So I moved away from that. And, when he asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I thought about all those things. And I went home and I called my aunt. She told me, went back to him 2 days later and told him. And he was like, well, go do it. It was hard. It was hard to stop hustling. It was hard to really put that foot in the mud.
At what point did you see the radio station and say, all right, I know that God, like this was it. Like I knew that I'm on the right path.
I still haven't seen that yet. Like literally.
You still working?
Yeah.
It's coming, bro.
Yeah.
for me, just being here, I never imagined on a podcast.
Right.
I never thought about WWJD.
Right.
Like it wasn't nothing I never thought about. You did that, bro. You are a part of greatness, bro. Man.
You trying to make me cry, bro? So
Nah,
everybody
bro.
knows I'm super sensitive,
I think about
like, damn.
everybody that I've interviewed, bro. I could drop names shamelessly.
Absolutely.
Like names.
Absolutely.
From senators to
Right.
congressmen
Right.
to state representatives to community leaders to,
got me crying
to
and shit.
politicians, to our mayor, people in our mayor's office, to business owners, to authors. Jean-Pierre did that.
No, I didn't.
Nah, bro.
No,
you
I
did,
didn't.
bro. You gotta. I always say that I'm humble because, I don't have to go around and tell people about what Josh does.
Right.
My people know what Josh do.
Right.
Right? My people see me.
Right.
I'm gonna put that work in.
Absolutely.
You don't have to go around and say what you doing because people like me, people like C's, people like George, people like Jonathan, people like the sisters, people like all the shows, all the outlets,
Right.
all the information,
Right.
all the positivity that gets put out into our community that happens here. That's all you, bro. Because you left that job. Because you believed enough that, it may be not at that time, right? Because when you walked out, you cried because you wasn't sure.
Oh, I cry. I'm crying right now.
But
Because it's hard. It's still hard. Every day.
you here, bro, and we blessed. Even doing what we doing every day now.
Absolutely.
We blessed.
Yo, I love being in there with them kids, bro.
Oh, man, I
like,
love
literally. Like, literally.
I love it. This the latest I've been up since I started working
Boy,
now.
you.
So,
You.
but
Oh, shut up, Dante. P
but
ain't
we
shit.
absolutely love the kids, man. Shout out to Amino Guns.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Dante Hollis.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to Aisha Staples. We appreciate you.
Eesh. That's another person I see. So when I first started, we're gonna go flash back all the way to PQ Radio 1. I gotta give major shout out, right, to Purple Queen, No Q Tommy, right?
Shout out to Purple Queen.
Because they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. You know what I mean? And it was hard for me to go out there and do all those things because I had so much negativity behind me. You feel me? Like being a man that cheated on his wife and made kids, that's something that eats me up every day because that was not something that I wanted to do. I felt like I was just paying people back for the way that they treated me. You
Without
feel
a
me?
doubt.
Understanding who I am now and who I have tried to be these last 5 years, if I would have had someone like me then in my life, it wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Like literally.
Without a
When I
doubt.
talk to my brothers, I make sure they understand what they have, what they own, what you have in your possession right now, right? You don't want to fuck that up
Without a doubt.
because you'll never get it again.
That's one of the biggest things that drive me is I got shit to lose.
Right.
Like I got real stuff to lose, and not only that, we work in a school with 1,500 children.
Boy,
That's 1,500 children outside of my own
absolutely.
that are now looking for Mr. Josh to show up.
Mm-hmm.
They looking for Mr. P to show up. They looking for Mr. George to show up.
Right.
They looking for it.
Looking for
They
C's.
craving it now.
Looking for Stacy. Right.
Yeah,
looking for Ed. They looking for everybody,
They
bro.
looking for it. They
Absolutely.
looking for Ed.
Right.
They looking for Stacey. They looking
Right.
for C's.
Right.
They're craving it.
Absolutely. One of the kids said today, they was like, "Where was you at?" I said, "What you talking about? I was in the bathroom." "Oh, I thought you left. I thought you quit because the teachers don't." I said, "We're not doing that, right? We're gonna worry about you and your education." I mean, that's the dysfunction is not the kids, it's the adults. when the adults get right, then the kids can get right.
Without a doubt.
Even if the adults aren't 100% right, if they know that they have fucked up and they're willing to take accountability at some point, then they can still help the children get right.
Without a doubt.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, I fucked up. From 1992 to 2022, that's 30 years, bro. In those 30 years, I have fucked up so much shit, bro.
Absolutely.
I have put my fingerprints, I have left my fingerprints on so many people. Now, the last 5 years, fast forward and say, yo, you've done a lot of good in the city of Chester. You're cultivating mature positivity. You're uplifting people. I'll never tell nobody they can't do anything they want to do. Somebody come in here right now, say they want a podcast. All right, let's get it. I got you. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to work on this thing for 3 months. I'm going to give you 3 months of my time to work on your shit until you understand what you want to do.
Without a doubt.
I don't care where you want me to go. You want me to ride all the way over to New Brunswick, New Jersey?
Hey, we've been there.
I'll do that because I want you to dream, bro. How can I ask you to dream and I put you all the way in the back and I'm like, nah, you can just do a show. You can give me an hour. You can do a couple minutes. Nah, bro, whatever you want to do. Let's get it done.
Without a doubt.
C's, you, Nav. When Nav came up here, man, I was like, yo, I need a female to co-host with me, bro. I need that female aspect. And I need a female that knows what she's talking about. And I need a female that ain't worried about what nobody got to say about her. You feel me? And I need a female that's strong as shit. I knew who the fuck I wanted on the show because I'd asked her prior to that. You feel me? Dante played on the joint. I said, all right, tag her in the joint. Get her up here. Let's talk to her. She came up here. She fell in love with it, bro. But there are things that pop up.
That's how it was for me, bro. I fell in love,
There
man.
are things that literally pop up in your life as you're riding down the road that you want to do. And so when Nav said she wanted to cook, man, I was supportive. Listen, man, we believe here. Go, you know what I mean, the Yanks. Go wherever we got to go. Get your food. Cook your food. I'm like, Nav, this is big. This is what you want to do. When you find what you love, bro, shouldn't nobody get in your motherfucking way.
Nah.
Nobody. And I tell the kids all that all the time, bro. Find out what you want to do in life. Something that you want to do that you don't mind doing, that you love doing, and invest into that.
Well, I can honestly say, right, that God has truly blessed me with a perfect balance.
It's hard. It's hard to keep it though.
I get to work with these. I get to work and love on our kids. 1,500 of them every single day.
Even the kids that they feel like is a problem.
They the ones I love the most.
They don't shit. I was them children, bro.
So, and then I get to do the show. And still, all the while, I'm still Josh.
Right.
I remember before I had to be Josh and Bear. Nah, I just get to be Josh.
That's it. 100% of the time.
And I get to give my community information. I get to connect my community in ways that I never even imagined or dreamed of doing.
This was not anything that I ever took lightly, bro. Like literally. Like I told so many people, I've argued with people that before it was like, it was nothing. On the streets of Chester, if you knew me to be anything but the Pierre you know now, you know, man, niggas owe me money. I ain't worried about no money. Niggas done stole shit, done took shit. Nigga ain't never come to me and say you're burnt. But we've had situations where you was like, damn, you should have acted this way. I'm not acting out that way.
Yeah.
You feel me? But this radio station, come for this radio station.
Yeah.
Come for this radio station,
Yeah,
bro.
that's how I feel,
and I'm
bro.
coming straight to you. It was
got
people
to,
that
bro.
was up, fuck CMP, straight to him. What's up, bro? And in your neighborhood, bro. Like, what's the problem? Why do you assume that I did that if you don't know that to be factual? Don't just assume shit on me. I stand by what I do. I do what I do for my community. Ain't made $1 in this joint, bro. CMP Radio has not made any money in 5 years, bro. When I sell shirts, I bought those shirts. Why wouldn't I sell them? When I give away shirts, I bought those shirts. Why wouldn't I give them away?
Without a doubt.
Anything that I give to my community is from my heart, bro. Not my head. See, if it was from my head, it'd be all about money. If it was from my head, it'd be all about notoriety. I don't need none of that, bro. I had that already. I had money. I spent money. I lost money. I got it back. I had notoriety. I had respect. I don't need none of that.
I was
None of it.
watching a TikTok and dude was like, money is really like number 5 on your list. He was like, and then he broke it down. He said, I'll give you $1 million a day, but you gotta die tomorrow. What would you choose?
No.
I give you $1 million a day, but you gonna be very sick and ill tomorrow. What would you choose? I give you $1 million a day, but your parents gotta die tomorrow. What would you choose? He was like, so you see how money is really at the bottom of your list.
But it's needed. It's definitely needed.
Very much so. Very much
definitely
so.
needed.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
And shout outs to Safe Corridors, man,
Absolutely.
for providing a way.
absolutely.
Man.
For providing what?
Providing a way to not just being able to work and dedicate ourselves to our community the way we do and the way we have been,
I appreciate the stars, Dante.
but to be able to take care of home.
Right.
I know for me, it's what I've been working towards.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's facts.
Right.
That's why I bust my butt.
Absolutely.
And you know, they don't know, the people don't know, but you know, my close friends personally know that. Man, it's been a lot of days I have $1 in my pocket.
I think I've had more days without anything
Absolutely.
than days with enough to share.
Absolutely.
And I have 7 children, bro. So if I can't do for me, how am I supposed to do for them?
Absolutely.
Right? And that hurts. That
Yes, it does.
That takes a man back. And I was real depressed because my daughter was born. She was born 3 months premature, man. That shit. Whoa.
How was that, bro? How was that? Like, you
That
know, what were
shit-
some of the things, you know my story. So what were some of the things that you went through? I know that you suffered
Post-traumatic stress, right?
Yes.
I had that, you feel me? I had a stroke this year, you feel me? Shout out to, you know what I mean, Crozier Hospital for not killing me. Because I definitely thought they was, you feel me? But when my daughter was born, they had to pump air into her, bro. Like she wasn't breathing. And I sat there and I cried, bro. I'm always fucking crying. I don't care what nobody say. Since I've realized my purpose, I cry all the fucking time, bro.
It's a beautiful cry, though, bro.
It is.
It's a beautiful cry.
Because now I can just let that shit out. I ain't worried about how nobody view me or how anybody sees me. Oh, that nigga's a punk. Come say it to my face. Please. It's been so long, bro. Like I
nobody
be
walking
wanting
up on the big show.
I
man.
be wanting all that, man. I be wanting all that. Put the guns down and let's square up.
Ain't nobody walking up. You the big show, man.
I'm not the big show, but we can get there.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
you
Like,
7'8", man.
but like I've never really wanted to be a violent person. I've never been a violent person. So things that I did when I was younger wasn't really for me. It was just to be accepted. But crying, absolutely, Kiana. Crying it cleans my soul, right?
Absolutely.
I feel like
Shout out to Kiana.
letting out my tears, right, when I feel happy. I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm sad, but when I watch my daughter sitting there, right, and she was so small, bro, so skinny, and it was like, and it just passed over my head. I'm like, man, she ain't gonna make it. And then my dad, like, and I know his voice, bro, said, nigga, pick your head up, go stand next to your daughter. She gonna be here. She a fighter. And I got up. And I'm looking at her. She couldn't open her eyes or nothing like that. And then they took her away, put her in the incubator. The next day I came in and, you know, still crying, still feeling bad because I put her mom through a lot. You know what I mean? Like a lot of stress. Like this radio station is here and is based upon, you know, cultivate mature positivity, but it's also based upon my time. You feel me? My energy. You feel me? So her mom felt as though I wasn't able to give her that same time. You know what I mean? And women, I get it now. I understand it, right? Women want you to want them, you feel me, or to spend time with them as bad as the thing that you want. It's not possible. So I'd apologize every day and say these things, but in that situation, I'm looking at my daughter and I'm looking down, I'm looking at her mom, and I'm just praying to my mom, I'm praying to my grandmother, I'm praying to my father, because they're up there next to God. So if God don't hear what I gotta say, they gonna make sure he get it. And I'm like, baby, you good? And literally, she went like this. Stuck her middle finger up, bro. I got that picture. Stuck her middle finger up and did her arm like that. And I was like, oh yeah, that's Jordan. She gonna be a monster. You feel me? And I told her mom, I said, she'll be good. She gonna be all right. She just answered me. I just asked her if she was all right. You seen what she did.
Yeah.
And she went to AI DuPont.
That's major.
But I didn't understand, right? Because also I was dealing with, you know, what's that thing that women get when they post?
Postpartum?
Postpartum. I didn't know I was dealing with it. So while I was going to see my daughter, I was also angry at the radio station for taking me away. You know what I'm saying? So I was fussing. I was yelling. I was doing a lot of yelling. And I was disconnected from the radio station. For the past 2 years, I have been. You know what I mean? And it was like, all right, I ain't really worried about that. I can go do something else. But the radio station, like literally, when Devin called me and said to me, he was like, yo, I want you to bring the radio station over town. And I was like, and I came over here. At first I saw the other spot. And I was like, man, that's a lot of work. Like, you know, it's gonna be done by January. He was like, yeah, if you want it. I'm like, all right. Then he brought me over here. It was a done deal.
Yeah.
I felt like, you ever see the big fish in a little bowl over there at the station? That's how I felt. Like my head is hanging out the top of the building. My feet are out the side. My arms are on the...
Yeah.
It just felt like it was no place for me to grow anymore. I'd already painted every fucking wall in there. You feel me? I put everything on the wall. And it just didn't feel as though, you know, I could grow anymore there. So when I came here and I came into this space, I felt like a midget.
I love it here, bro.
I felt like a midget, right? And then the fact that, you know, everything that Devin and the brothers, L and Kenny
Shout
and
out
Parson,
to Devin. Shout out to all the brothers, man.
everything that the brothers have built over here has been through time. So to be building with someone while you're building is important. You know what I mean? To be able to see people doing things, and there's tons of creative people in this building, man. We got a studio on one side, right? We got rappers in there, you feel me? We got artists over here. We got people creating clothes. We got movie makers, filmmakers, documentary series makers. I'm trying to be a documentary series maker. You feel me? Like, so everybody that's in this building is helping everybody else.
So can we talk about the documentary a little
Absolutely,
bit?
absolutely.
All right, so
absolutely.
I'm so shout out to D Camp. I'm so grateful. P Camp called me up one day and was like, "Yo, I want you to be the lead interviewer for the station. I want you to do a documentary." And so it's coming out. P, can you tell us a little bit about it?
So it's called Bringing Out the Best of Us. So when it first came out, you know, everybody was like, I was like, all right, I want to shoot a documentary, and I was really going to use, and that's something I can do later, but I felt like this had to get out first, right? So we're interviewing people from the city of Chester, interviewing the people that are great, you know, like great people doing great things. We're not worried about their personal life. We're worried about what they're doing. You know what I mean?
And I'm not giving y'all a spoiler.
Right.
So,
we're not going to talk about everybody that we're interviewing.
It's a lot of stuff y'all haven't seen yet.
Right. So, you know, working on that, man, getting that thing together, and hopefully, you know, January, that joint drop. You know, if anybody wants to be interviewed, man, like send me an email. I'll send you out the Calendly link. You know what I mean? And it's just basically just talking to you. Not really, I wanted to do people in their space, but then it was like, man, I can't do that, right? I'm not really, it's not bringing in any money. So, you know, like, I'm just doing this for the love of it. You're doing it for the love of it. So it's like, you know, let's get this thing done. You feel me? The right way. So, and it's just bringing people and giving people their flowers, bro.
Without a doubt.
You feel me? Like
Without a doubt.
Josh has been, you know, uber supportive in everything that I'm trying to do. And that's what you need. I couldn't be, like when you said you want to interview, I said, what you want to interview me for, bro? He's like, nah, I need to talk to you. So I can't be behind here, and I would love to get interns in here, you feel me? And when we get to a point where we can pay people, I could pay you to sit behind this desk and do all the things that I do. right, while a show is going on, right? Engineer. But it's hard to be an engineer, the product creator, and the host of a show.
Without a doubt.
That thing stressed me out. As well as being Chester Partnership for Safe Neighborhoods, a community resource consultant, right? Constantly out here in the community, right? As well as being a father, as well as being a role model, as well as being that person that's able to talk. Now, how many shows was here at the radio station? At one point, we had 19 shows. You feel me? 19 shows. You feel me? And I was engineering about 14 of them joints. You know what I mean? That's a lot of shows. That's a lot of, I mean, so I got to be here. I got to listen to every show and make sure I'm able to judge every show and let them know what they're not doing right so they can do it the next time. That's hard.
Without a doubt.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
And y'all already know, I said it before, like, P literally in this show all day long.
All day long.
Well,
I had to cut that out.
yeah, now, but
that don't happen
still,
anymore.
we working all day long.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. So I know I got another show coming on at 7. Make sure y'all tune back in at 7 for what
Absolutely.
would Josh do. But you know, just wrapping it up, because this not the last time P lives here. Like,
Oh, I don't live
This-
here no more.
this is nah, you know you coming back. I drag you everywhere anyway.
Everywhere, bro. Everywhere. Let's get it done. Let's get it
But,
done. Listen, man, shout out to Gio, man. Gio has been, you feel me, Nafati, Kenny, you feel me, Wub, you feel me, Angel, Leslie,
Yeah.
everybody that has
Yeah.
come through the radio station,
Yeah.
you feel me, the Missing Plug, you feel me, Kevin, CRMC, like, you know what I mean,
Without
Amino
a
Guns,
doubt.
Maserati Ran, like, he hit me up the other day, he said, yo, I'm trying to come through, you feel me, because I'm trying to get some people doing some things. I'm like, all right, come through Thursday. But I never hit him back, you feel me? And that's my fault because I'm just sitting here thinking about that now. But we are people with dreams and purpose. And if no one ever tells you you're great at doing little things, you feel me? Like you can dream so much bigger than whatever you thought you could dream. So it's like, you know, shout out to Raheem, man. Safe Corridors.
man.
When I think about Safe Corridors,
Major shout out.
I think about where he started.
Yep.
And every time I talk to him, I said, "Right, you know, this is not the end, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're still at the beginning of your story.
Yeah.
I get it. You've been doing it for 5 to 10 years, but you're still at the beginning. You feel me?
And he coming on tonight.
Yeah, that's dope.
He coming on tonight
That's
with
dope.
Janelle Pope, author, a beautiful queen from our community. That's gonna be dope. So I'm looking forward to having him on. Oh, yep, there she is. Janelle, what's up? Thanks for coming. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon, Queen. Yup, Raheem definitely gonna be on here, y'all. Founder and CEO of Safe Corridors. If you don't know what Safe Corridors is, if you want to learn more about it, make sure you tune back in at 7 o'clock. We will be talking about it. I will have my vest on. I got it here in the studio.
This nigga, love
Uncle
that
P,
fast.
man, I love you, bro.
Man.
Thank you for being who you is, bro. There's no other way to, you know what I mean, explain
Nah,
it. So
I ain't
just
changing.
thank you for being who you are.
Could you imagine the radio station without it having that authentic feeling?
Yeah, nah, I can't imagine.
And it almost went that way if I would have listened to people. You feel me? Or switched up the way everything that I do is for my community. Everything that I do. You feel me? So some people say, man, you for the people. Well, nigga, I gotta be.
Absolutely.
Like, you don't have to be for the people because you're not me. But when I'm for the people, I'm for the people. I'm for the people, helping the people find it. You need diapers? I can help you do that. If you need food, I can help you do that. If you need a job, I can help you do that. Like, I am for the upliftment of people. I'm not just for the people. So I ain't sitting up here saying shit just for the people. I ain't doing shit just for the people. If it's going to move you in a positive direction or a positive way or a positive way of thinking, man, I'm all for the motherfucking people.
And
fuck
not
you if you don't
just
like it.
being able to help, but being able to help immediately. Shout out to Gian Foley. He called me up earlier.
Right.
He said, bro, I got my application.
Right.
I said, I'm going to meet you at Chester Pizzeria. I picked up the application. He was like, yeah, you going to tell? I said, bro, he coming on my show tonight.
Right. He needs to be there.
Like, I'm going to pass it right off to Raheem. You feel me? Like, I'm able to do that because of that, having that connection and being able to connect the community in that type of way. So
I just feel like if we got back to a point where we were helping each other, none of this shit wouldn't be as hard.
It was
Like on the back of my hat, bro. Back of my hat, it says it. We need us.
facts.
I've been talking about unity makes strength for 5 years, bro. I've been saying that we need each other for 5 years, bro. This ain't nothing new. Like the shit that I'm posting, that ain't new shit. That's old shit. I ain't posted nothing new on my timeline in 2 years. Nothing. I've been saying this shit since 2015, since I jumped on the book. Giving good energy. Now, did I have a little spat, you feel me, where I went a little relational? Yeah, I did that.
And it like that sometimes.
And it gets like that. But what you can take from that is, you know, when a man truly loves a woman, he's hurt. So when he's hurt, you understand what I'm saying? Like when he's hurt by distrust, when he's hurt by you not understanding what I'm trying to do, when he's hurt, he lashes out. And I didn't know Facebook, so I apologize. I apologize to Jasmine Hunt, right, for everything that I have done. You feel me? And everything that I have yet to show that I can do. You know what I mean? So, you know, I hope that she understands this. You feel me? Where I'm coming from, because it's real. I have never thought that I could ever really, truly love the way I have for the past almost 7 years. You feel me? It was hard in the beginning. It was a lot of bullshit on my part because I was nervous. Why wouldn't a man be nervous about somebody loving him when he's never had that?
Without a doubt.
You know what I mean? Why would a man be nervous about somebody being truthful when he's never really had that? Now, there have been women in my life that I have played basketball with and continued to play around with, but it was different for her because she believed in me when nobody else. See, everybody else always told me, P, you go ahead, you can do what you want to do. Keep selling drugs, though. Came home from upstate, bro, arguing. My PO said, yo, you want to go to a halfway house? I was like, nah, I ain't going to no halfway house. He was like, I think I should because, you know, you in there. I said, man, it's cool. She just used to it being a certain way. It won't never be that way again. I'm not going back to jail, bro. I'm 18 months. That shit shook me right. You talking about scared straight? As soon as I walked in that drink, big, I'm talking about this nigga was big as a gorilla.
Yeah.
Gray hair, dreads. I said, oh no. I'm not doing none of that. Yo, where the shower shorts at? Who got? Yeah. I'm not doing nothing. You hear me? Nervous, scared. Then he walked in the shower, bro. I walked right out. I said, no, you ain't getting these cheeks.
As you should.
Yeah, that's not happening.
As you should.
Felt sorry for the little guys that were in there. But
I've been grateful, bro. I've been a lion in these streets and a lion in it while, you know, my whole 10 and a half, man. So
if you fail at something, bro, you don't give up. It's a lesson. And I feel like, you know, that's what I've been doing at the radio station. Not really failing, but failing to reach the mark that I wanted to reach. Failing to be able to say, all right, shit, this is what I'm supposed to do. You know, because I really don't know if I'm just supposed to be the person that created a radio station for other voices, or if I'm supposed to jump on it and grow and be like, all right, yeah, this is who I'm supposed to be. I'm taking this whole joint over. How many people you know create a business that allows other people to come in and start their own business? That allows people to come in and seep energy or give energy or take energy away from it, and they hold no grudges? None. This radio station has started so many other podcasts in this city, bro. Who else was doing it? There was only one other person doing it, and I give him his credit all the fucking time, and that's Tim Hudson. He had a podcast. So when I first started, I called him immediately. Yo, I need you to come through here. You feel me? I got a place for you to have your podcast here. And he had it here. And it was dope. And he brought other podcasts here. And it was dope. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you either love it or you just like it. And if you just like it, eventually something will pop up in your way that you fucking love. And shout out to him, man. He taking pictures, T-Bear Photography, man. Hit him up. He's a little too high for me. But, you know, that's the price that he want. You feel me? So, you know, he respect that. But he's definitely on game with taking pictures.
Without a doubt.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that's all I want, bro. I want to continue to lift people up. I want to continue to raise the bar. You know what I mean? So the next generation can jump and understand how high they can jump and be happy about jumping
Without a doubt.
and want to jump. So,
Yo, I'm still here. I'm still going to be here. Y'all going to see me for another about 45 minutes to an hour because the kids, they work us, y'all. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another WWJD special interview segments. We had the man himself, Mr. CMP, Uncle P. Thank you for coming on, bro.
Oh, man,
I
no
love
doubt.
you. I appreciate you. I see you at work in the morning. I see you in the next hour.
the next
But,
11 minutes.
I see y'all in 11 more minutes, man. Go take a bathroom break, go drink some water and mind your business, and then tune back into WWJD.
Leanne Kruger delivered the first child care credit in Pennsylvania history. She fought to decrease property taxes for our seniors and for new tax breaks for seniors. Leanne has delivered historic funding for Delco schools, for mental health programs, and school safety. Leanne Kruger is a strong voice for women against the extremists who want to take away our freedoms. Leanne Kruger, she listens, she works hard, she represents our Delco values.
Paid for by Leanne 4PA.
CMPRadio.net, the voice of Chester.